shine. So, hey, Miss, how are you today? I've been playing with my grandchildren all day. They just left. I got up at about 9 this morning because I didn't sleep. Not good at all. At 9:30, and it's like, will you keep the girls? She needed to go pick up a pig. She's got like a little farm going on. This makes the third pig, and this one was squealing, squealing, squealing. And they've got chickens and. Oh, Miss Margaret, happy born on day. Yay, may the Lord bless you and keep you. Shine his face upon you, be gracious to you, give you peace, and uh, shine his face upon you. Amen. Happy born. Everybody's having birthdays. I really don't have anything from the Lord because as soon as I got up, they got here. And I've been talking to him about how to be able to tell you exactly which voice you're hearing. And I am working on that in my notes. So hopefully tomorrow, because I know how to tell what I'm hearing, but I want you to be able to tell what you're hearing. If it's you, if it's a demon, or if you're hearing, somebody else's warfare. So I'm working on that. But a demon will always only come back with something else based on your reaction because they cannot read your mind. So when you hear a voice, no matter what voice it is, start laughing. Learn to laugh at everything you hear. Because if it's a demon, when you laugh, they're going to flee. They're going to go. They're going to be like, well, she's on to me. And that's done. You won't hear anymore. And I can remember the day that he told me, laugh. And I was like, I don't want to laugh at it. I want to choke somebody. I wanted to choke the demon. And he's like, I need you to laugh at it. And I was like, okay. So I started giggling. And the more I did that, the fake laugh, the real laugh came. And then he worked on the inside of me. And I didn't hear anything else. So laugh. And it is medicine. Laughter is medicine. And I can see that too. It's so good for us. And you can fall into his glory with laughter, laughing with him, hanging out with him. And the angels, they really make me laugh. I can be riding down the road and bust out laughing, and people are turning around and looking at me. But just my life. It's my normal now. I laugh all the time. But the last few mornings have been, my stomach was hurting so bad last night. And I talked to a friend of mine, and her stomach was hurting too. Another friend of mine has the snot stuff going on right now, so we are all in a purge. And another friend, his body is heating up and on fire. I mean, I love it. I love to see the prayers answered. And I do tell him whatever it takes because my faith is there. I trust him. But those are things that your body could possibly be going to, especially it's a purge. It's a purge of old energy in our bodies that has to come up and out. It can't go with us into the higher frequencies. And everybody's purging, and I felt a lot of sadness, a lot of crying. There's a lot of death right now. A lot of people are grieving. They're in grief. Don't get stuck there, because the Lord is close to those that are brokenhearted. No matter what you're going through, praise is your answer. No matter what it is, even death of a loved one. Because when you praise Him and He talks to you, you understand. He's got it. They're not dead. You don't have any reason to grieve. Because I've seen parents lose children that never grieved because they praise their way through. did that when my aunt transitioned a couple of years ago. Um, she kind of helped raise me, and that one hurt. I knew I was going to miss her, and I had to grieve it, but I didn't until everything was over, and it was just me and him, and I went on a walk, and I was like, okay, we're gonna have to grieve this. We've got to feel it. I could feel the sadness in me. Um, so praise him. So I did. I went on a walk, and I praised him, walked, and was like, let's grieve, let's get it out. And he just took it. I handed him all that grief, all that sadness, and all that hurt. So I recommend that you do that too, no matter what you're facing. And I know that it's sometimes that's the hardest time to praise is when everything is falling apart, but that's the best time. Hey David, good afternoon. Shalom. Praise is really so much that we have not even known about. Praise puts you right up into his presence. It'll take you into the courtrooms. It'll clear things out of you. It does so much, and he's so worthy. So worthy. So what are you having any symptoms? The ascension symptoms. It is, the sacrifice of praise is powerful, because when you really don't feel like doing it, it is a sacrifice. Because I can remember going through my process when I first moved here, and she was grieving what the people that she knew he was pulling out of her life. I grieved that way. And I can remember being hurt and upset, but I made myself get up and dance. And well, I made the body get up and dance, but we got up and danced. And I can remember seeing my body on the floor crying, and I'm in here thinking, I have no idea why you're crying. This is going to be great. Just let go. And finally she did, but it took a whole lot of dancing that night to get it done. I can remember being in there till 11 o'clock one night dancing. There were all night dance sessions. I was high as a kite on Holy Spirit. It was like doing shots of him and Saturday night at the bar in my kitchen, all by myself, but it was a whole party. And that sounds crazy, but what my life is now, it trips me out. I'm telling you what I do. A day in the life of me is I get up and I have my coffee and I hang out with the Lord and I write, and then I'll read and I'll hang out with him some more and I'll praise, and it is all day with him. And they say you become who you hang out with. So, wow. It trips me out when I sit here and think about what he's done inside of me and what my life looks like now. Because my kitchen is like the only dance floor I hit these days. And that's not because I can't go, it's just because I don't. Because he's not telling me that I can't go anywhere. I have a friend that's in a band, and every once in a while I'll go watch him play. But I'm good with dancing in my kitchen, if you want me to be honest. I'm good with having pajama days. I'm good with getting dressed when the waist up. I'm good with writing. I'm good. Yeah, that's just my life. It's all the time with him, and I am so thankful and so grateful because there's so many things going on in my life and in the world that I should be freaking out, and I'm so at peace. So at peace. I saw some things today and heard some things today, and they should have bothered me, and I laughed. I'm like, well, I see, I've known, but now everything will be exposed to where it's right there in the open. Yeah, brother, you can't go to Walmart without him. And I mean that. Because I used to not like going to Walmart at all. That was my least favorite thing in the world to do. It was going to the grocery store was like punishment as an adulthood. Um, I just did not like doing it. And you know, I had grocery store rage. I did. I don't want to tell this, but I will. My friend of like 35 years used to laugh at me because my grocery store rage. She was like, I can't believe God's got you going to Walmart praying. I was like, I know me either, of all people. Because people would be so slow, you know, or like park their buggies in the middle of the aisle, and, you know, it should run like a highway in my head. And, but now I'm not like that. I don't think it's funny that I was that way. So impatient. Now I'm like, I don't get in a hurry for anything. um, it can take a minute or an hour and whatever. Um, but the changes that I see inside me are amazing. What do you mean, delighting? Miss Margaret, that makes sense. Because, you know, I had road rage too. I would get so aggravated. Um, but I don't have road. If to get me out of that, I had to pray in tongues every time I would get irritated at a driver. And I had to learn to go the speed limit. Because I didn't all the time. So I'm trying to get better at that and just set my cruise. Because I definitely don't want to run off and leave any angels because I'm going too fast because I'm not being obedient. But that's a funny story of what he's done to me. He's done so much. I could write a book just on that, of the changes he made in me. Some days are better than others with thinking about that, though. Because some days I can remember, and some days it's like the Bible says, you will search for your enemies and you will find them no more. It's like it's not even there. And I like that it's not even there. It's a whole lot easier to give grace when you've already forgiven it and it doesn't even matter. Because we have to give grace for grace. I right then when I said we have to give grace for grace, I had a flash of me going to Walmart and praying for people, and I was like, that's probably why I'm having to do it. And I think that's funny, because I did not like going to Walmart. And you know, my son is so much like me. When he was a kid, and I was like, come on, Tanner, we've got to go get groceries. He's like, are you going to Walmart, Mom? I was like, well, you know, that's kind of where we were living at that moment. That was the only place we had to go. And I was like, unfortunately. He's like, I don't want to go. He's like, why are you being mean to me? He was like looking at it as punishment too. And I was like, oh, we got to get out of that. That's too much like me. So, and I pray that away from my children, that they not be like that, and that their heavy foot be loosed from them too, in the name of Yeshua, over all of our children, where they drive safely in the speed limit. Oh, I promise, I'm so normal that it's uncanny that he chose me. It still blows my mind. Still blows my mind. It humbles me every single day. Every single day to think, wow, you're crazy. You chose me. But I'll do it, and I'll do anything he tells me to do, and say anything he tells me to say. And I have. With, bye, Miss Margaret. I love you. Have a great afternoon. With tears streaming down my face, saying my voice was trembling, and my heart was 700 miles a minute, probably. But I was saying it. I did. I cried all the way through it. I felt like Jeremiah. Because they call him the weeping prophet. and the things that he had to tell people were not easy, and some of it ain't easy. But there's a song. Thank you for bringing that to me. I don't know the name of it though. We do affect the atmosphere of the places that we go. Our light bodies, I guess that's what you call them, has been activated or whatever, and it like jumps out and touches people. I don't know how that works. I know they call it alchemy, and I don't have the science of that. It just got to where I didn't care about the science of anything anymore. If you say it's so, it's so, and that's just because when I first started, and he started teaching me about stuff like that, I was like, where is this anywhere? Because I need to see this somewhere. And he would take me to books, and so not everything is in the Bible that he's going to want you to know. And if he tells you to go read something else, go read something else. Listen to him. He will lead you and guide you, and he will train you every single step of the way. And people are going to think you're crazy. Crazy. But being a front runner, you are. And you are crazy. Because you're working side by side with the Lord. You're crazy as he is. And he created all this. I mean, and have you read the Bible? Our daddy likes drama. He's very dramatic. I love him so much. He makes me laugh a lot. A lot. A lot. But there's a song that I don't know the name of it, but the lyrics are "Love is anything but easy." And I was like, I feel that, because not everything that you're going to have to do is going to be easy. Not everything you're going to do is going to be liked by people. Some of the things that he has had me do, I didn't like it myself. But every knee will bow, including yours. You will bend to him. So I advise just doing it. Stop resisting him. Whatever he tells you, get it in you. They do. They try to keep him in that one book and in a box, and he's not. I mean, he's everything. Everything you see that you will ever see came from a seed that came from God. Everything. The chair you're sitting in, the phone you're holding. I mean, everything was a seed. It's something that had to come from somewhere. Or, it's from the Lord. Everything is. My daddy, who created heavens and earth and the whole entire universe, talks to me in everything. He talks to me in his word. He talks to me in music. He talks to me through creation. He talks to me through plants, animals, y'all. He can talk any way he wants to. We just haven't had the ears to listen. And we thank you for opening our spiritual ears and for making your voice louder than any voice that we can hear, even ourselves. Thank you. You can't put God in a box. God is limitless. Shalom, shalom, limitless. And I've had to learn that, and I've seen it. Being a nurse for 20-something years, we didn't see a lot of stage 4 cancers healed. We didn't see people be put on hospice and come off hospice. Didn't see it. I didn't. I'm sure other people have, but I didn't, and it was not my experience. And God had to move me away from that so I would believe him. And he did that. I mean, it was a fluke. I was on a live not one night at like 9 o'clock in like I think 2020, and a viewer jumped on. We were praying, a viewer jumped on, and he asked for prayer for his mom, and I saw it and we prayed, and he came back and told me the situation. His mom was terminal and on hospice, and she went back to the doctor, and her cancer was gone. Um, Gone. He blew my mind with that. Blew my mind. I mean, because as an ex-medical professional, I know, I know the body. I thought I did. I thought I did. Our bodies are so amazing, and they are capable of so much. um, but you know, the science of the body, I knew that. Yeah, I know even that, right? I know, right? No, I thought I did. um, but wow, he blows my mind. He is. I mean, he is creative power, and his word is creative power too. He is creation. He is everything. Um, he's amazing, amazing. The more I know him, the more I fall in love with him, and get ready for people being jealous of your relationship with him. And shalom, Tony, shalom, because been there with that too. Um, and they will try to make you feel bad for your relationship with him and for how much time you spend with him. And no, um, he is the master. He is everything. I love him so much, and I mean that. I mean, the more I get to know him, the more I fall in love with him. Um, and when I think that I can't love him anymore, he does something else and blows my mind all over again. Or reminds me of something, or gives me a vision, or pulls me up in, it, love him. I want everybody to. I want everybody to know that this is readily available to every person. His presence, his power, his love, I mean, his mercy, his grace, it ain't available just for me. It's for everybody. He's amazing. And there ain't no going back. No going back. He has me hook, line, and sinker. But be ready for that. Because it will happen, I'm sure. Because it's already happened to me. That is so right. That is so right. He is the master of everything. But yeah, he talks a lot in numbers and math, and there's a lot of that in the Bible. And I haven't dug into any of that yet. I'm still learning the numbers of, the prophetic numbers that he gives me. I'm still learning what they mean. So we haven't dug deep into any of that. We have a whole lifetime to do all this. Learning it. I don't know. I stopped being in a hurry because I used to feel like in a hurry, like I was, rushing to get through my process, and you can't rush anything. Have fun, take your time, have fun with God, enjoy your process, enjoy creation, enjoy hanging out with Him, enjoy that season. I do, I do. Um, I love hanging out with Him more than anything. In fact, there have been days that I would get annoyed that people would come here because I was with him. I was like, I don't want to socialize today. I love y'all, but I don't want to socialize today. I really just want to go be with Jesus. Don't get me wrong, I didn't push anybody away or turn anybody away. I didn't do that. But, for that split second, there was that, man, I didn't want to get up from you. That's right. I love that he's teaching you about that. Love that because I talk about that, and I'm like one of the only ones that talk about vibration and frequencies because everybody else is scared to touch it because God's still in a box. And we talk about it because it's important. And Every word you're saying over yourself is prophetic. Um, you're speaking either blessings or curse over yourself and over everybody else. And that's one of the things people haven't understood about music. You're still speaking it, it's still going out in the atmosphere, and some of those frequencies are on a vibratory vibration of fear. They're throwing fear at you in the music. If there's any music that you listen to that sounds off or makes you feel off, turn it. It is not any good, and take it off your playlist. You will know by how the feeling you get from it. Pay attention to your body. Um, because that is the body. Feelings is the body. And he will clue you in on so much. Your thoughts, wills, and emotions are your soul. Your soulish realm. Your mind. Oh, Miss Margaret, I love you. I know exactly what you mean, though. Because for a long time, I was like, the meds, because it took like 7 years for me to start seeing real progress in my healing, because I still had all these horrible medical diagnoses and was going to the doctor, and I was like, I'm just ready to come home. I'm done with it. And then he took me off all the medication, and then he did it all. You are so right, Tony. You are so right. And people think that they don't understand. Forgive them, Father, for they don't know. Forgive us, Father, for we have been stupid. Thank you for enlightening us and bringing us up to higher vibrations so we can see the truth. And help us spread the truth to where people stop being deceived, because they are being deceived, and we do not want that. No, want that. Bring your people into you. Now, Holy Spirit, which says that you quicken their mortal bodies, so they know it's you, and bring them into you, and bring the revival on the football fields, like you've been talking. Me too, Tony. Me too. That's why I'm like, I don't leave my house. I mean, he is literally my routine. I don't have one because he's told me to throw that out the water, except for a certain time of day to go live, and I'm trying real hard to set a good time that I can live with for a long time. When I was doing these before, we would do them at 9 in the morning and 9 at night. So I don't know. I'll write that in the blog, and I want to put out a feeler. I'm going to put that out in the blog too. But if you're interested in meditating with me and Yeshua, because he talks us down, and then we go places and we do healing, and we do that all in the spirit, and we see what each other sees. It's so cool. But I do this with the girls, and they has sent me. But if you want to do a meditation, I'm working on learning how to do Zoom. It might not be anytime real soon, but I want to see if anybody would be interested in that, because you can get so much healing and deliverance in meditation, and he's there. Everybody that I have meditated down have walked into the room with Yeshua, and it is amazing. It is wonderful to not have a routine, isn't it? I mean, he's so good to us, so good to us. I love him so much. I don't even know what life looked like before, and I don't care. I love how it is now. I know that's funny to me too. Oh my goodness. Perfectly at peace. Everything can be going to crap and perfectly at peace. I'm good with that. So, I am going to get off here. I watched The Matrix last night. I have to watch The Matrix too, and I was taking notes. And now we're going to watch Matrix 2 and take notes on that one because I've watched them several times. And I probably have notes from way back. I do have notes. They're up on the blog because he's been having me watch that for like 3 years now because I'd never seen it before. Didn't even know what it was until he told me to watch it. And then he started teaching me through it. And I was like, wow. And every time he has me watch it, he shows me new things. And that's what I was writing down because the other ones I kind of like, oh, I know that. I remember that. You know, the things that I was writing before. And so I'm going to see what he says with this one. And I'll probably put that in the blog and then we'll discuss it tomorrow or something. Oh, I like that. I love singing bowls too. They're very relaxing. I listen to them occasionally on YouTube. Um, I do like those, and they're beautiful and they're just so relaxing. And I love classical music too, the piano, and I could sit and listen to somebody play the piano that is anointed for hours because you can just bask in the glory because they're bringing it. Their anointing goes, and oh, it's so. There's a guy on YouTube if you like the piano, and I like meditating to the piano. Dappy T Keys. He is fabulous. So I love y'all, and I will see y'all. I don't know. I don't even know what tomorrow is. But I guess around tomorrow at 1 sounds good to me. I don't have anything else planned that I know of. So I will see y'all then. I will Google them. I listen to them on YouTube, but I would like to have a set. But that's cool. There's so much that we can do with tones in music, like the solfeggio tones. Look them up. They will clear all the energy centers in your body. And if there's anything stuck in you, it will bring it right to your conscious awareness so you can clear it and handle it. Forgive. Forgive. Everything that comes up, forgive. Forgive yourself, forgive them, and forgive God for not acting the way you wanted Him to act. And then uproot whatever emotion that was, whatever lie that was. And then it's done. That's done. Don't sit and play with it for a long time. Forgive it. I don't know anything about any of that. I just know that tones work, and so much was counterfeited and stolen and reproduced, and we've been lied to. And it's music, it's sound, it's frequency, and everything can be good or bad, and that's where our discernment comes in, and that's where Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 also comes in, because what I do, what I say, it's just you or not, because we don't know. And oh my gosh, y'all, I saw a TikTok where they're saying that aliens are in Tennessee. Have y'all seen that? That was one of the weirdest things I saw on my feed today. I didn't get to scroll much, but my granddaughter had my phone and she changed to my iPad. And we saw it, and I was like, let me see that for just a minute. There's supposedly an alien in Tennessee, and you know, I have a TikTok that went into my Only Me section that he told me, y'all. He tripped me out this morning. He was telling me we're about to see aliens and that demons are going to manifest themselves in this realm. And I was like, yeah, I'm not posting that. So it's in there. It's in my Only Me's, and now and I was like, wow. I still think they're demons, but it just blows my mind. So curious if y'all had seen the aliens in Tennessee. But I wish they would come on if they're going to visit America. You know, I kind of wish they'd fly over Arkansas so I can see too. I thought I'd probably be talking to it. I'm almost sure of it. Or really heavily into conversation with him. About it. Anyway, I'm going to go, and I will see y'all tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and I will put some information up in the blog about meditation if y'all are interested in that via Zoom. Angels can take many forms. They sure can. And be careful how you treat people. You could be entertaining an angel unaware. I have a quick story about that real quick, and then I'm going to go for real this time. My son had an angel appear on him in uniform on the side of a road as a hitchhiker. And I was like, Tanner, please tell me you didn't pick him up. And he said, Mom, God told me to. I said, okay, baby. Okay. You know, because I'm like, as a mom, you are a dude, but don't be picking up hitchhikers. You're my baby. My baby. And he ended up being an angel. Their whole conversation, and he ended up being an angel, and it was just, wow. So, anyway, I love y'all. I'm really going to go this time. I'll see y'all tomorrow at 1. Have a great afternoon.